Not everyone notices it, but there are those who carry something different within themselves. They do not follow the same path as others, do not conform to the norm, and in some way seem destined for something greater. These people possess invisible marks that distinguish them from the rest of the world. They are not scars, tattoos, or physical signs, but rather deep characteristics interwoven into their being. Have you ever felt different from others, as if there was something special in you that no one else can see? Then stay until the end, because today we are going to reveal the 7 invisible signs that indicate whether you are one of the chosen ones. Since ancient times, there have been records of individuals who stand out. They were not chosen by chance, but by a calling that transcends logic. While most people follow a predefined path, the chosen ones have their own journey, a purpose that seems to be laid out even before they are born. But how can you know if you are part of this special group? What are the signs that differentiate the chosen ones from the rest? If throughout your life you have ever felt that you were different, that you saw the world in a way that no one else seemed to understand, perhaps you carry one of these signs. And today we are going to reveal each one of them. But before that, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, take this opportunity to subscribe and activate notifications. This way, you won't miss any content like this that can help you understand more about your own journey. Now let's get straight to the point. The first invisible sign of the chosen ones is the impact they have on toxic people. If you have ever noticed that certain people seem uncomfortable around you, even without an apparent reason, this might be an indicator. The chosen ones carry an energy that exposes hidden truths and that unsettles those who live in lies, falsehood, and manipulation. Have you ever had the feeling that some people simply avoid you for no reason? Or have you noticed that ill-intentioned individuals feel uneasy in your presence? This is not a coincidence. Your essence may be clashing with what they try to hide. Manipulative, envious, or people with ulterior motives often react badly to the presence of the chosen ones. Some try to attack them with words, while others simply distance themselves without explanation. But far from being a curse, this is in fact a disguised blessing, for it means that your energy is strong and that your purpose is real. So if you have noticed that certain people distance themselves from you for no reason, see it not as a loss, but as a sign that you are on a different path than the rest. The second invisible sign of the chosen ones is the ability to perceive things before they happen. It is not a matter of magic or supernatural powers, but of an acute sensitivity to capture details that go unnoticed by others. Sometimes it is a premonition that something bad is about to occur. Other times, it is dreams that seem to carry hidden messages. Have you ever had that inexplicable feeling that something was about to go wrong and, shortly afterward, saw it confirmed? The chosen ones possess a powerful intuition, as if an invisible force guides them. They may not understand how, but they simply know when something is about to happen. And although this ability may sometimes seem frightening, it is also a form of protection. It is as if the universe is always sending signals to keep them on the right path. If you have ever had moments when you knew something before it happened, pay attention, because this might be one of the signs that you are part of this select group. Now, let's move on to the third invisible sign. The chosen ones are often targets of envy and unfounded criticism. They do not seek conflict, yet conflicts seem to find them. Even without doing anything wrong, without provoking anyone, they end up being the target of gratuitous attacks. Have you ever felt that some people treat you as a threat, even though you haven't done anything against them? This happens because your energy is different. The chosen ones radiate something special, and that unsettles those who live in mediocrity. Envy comes not only from what they have, but from who they are. Their authenticity, their way of seeing life, their pursuit of something greater. Everything about them awakens negative feelings in some people. But instead of being disheartened by this, the chosen ones learn to see this rejection as a sign that they are on the right path. After all, when you unsettle those who live in lies, it means you are living your truth. The fourth invisible sign of the chosen ones is a persistent feeling of not belonging. Even when surrounded by people, they often feel out of place. Since childhood, they realize that their ideas, their way of seeing the world, simply did not fit with those of others. While the majority is content with the superficial, the chosen ones have always sought something deeper. Have you ever felt that no matter where you are, there is something in you that makes you different? As if you cannot completely fit into any group? This does not mean there is something wrong with you. On the contrary, it is an indication that you have a greater purpose. Over time, the chosen ones learn to accept this difference and, instead of trying to fit in anywhere, begin to attract the right people, those who vibrate at the same frequency as they do. Now let's move on to the fifth sign, the reaction of children and animals. Have you ever noticed that babies stare at you intently as if they recognize you in some way, or that animals seem to approach without fear, seeking your company? This happens because the chosen ones emanate a unique energy, something pure and true, that only the most innocent beings can perceive. While some people may feel discomfort in the presence of a chosen one, children and animals react in the opposite way. They feel attracted, protected, safe. It is common for babies to smile at the chosen ones for no apparent reason, or for dogs and cats to follow them without explanation. This is not a coincidence. It is another sign that there is something special within them. The sixth invisible sign of the chosen ones is the way in which God speaks to them. The answers do not always come directly, but those who pay attention notice that there are messages along the way. Often, they appear in dreams that seem to be more than just random images. Other times, they are signs in everyday life, number patterns, phrases that emerge at just the right moment, unexpected encounters that change everything. In the beginning, the chosen ones may doubt these signs. They think they are mere coincidences, that they are imagining things. But over time, they realize that there is something greater guiding their journey. God has always spoken to people in different ways. The problem is that not everyone is ready to listen. But the chosen ones somehow always end up understanding the message. Now that we have revealed 6 signs, there is only one left, and it may be the most important of all. The 7th and final invisible sign of the chosen ones is the power that their prayers possess. It is not merely a matter of words spoken at random, but a profound connection with something greater. When a chosen one prays, the things around them change. It's not a matter of coincidence. It is as if their words have a special weight in the universe. Throughout life, the chosen ones experience moments when, against all logic, their prayers are answered. Situations that seemed impossible to resolve suddenly transform. Doors that were closed open unexpectedly. What once seemed like an insurmountable obstacle simply disappears. This does not mean that the life of the chosen ones is easy. On the contrary, they face more challenges than most. However, when they encounter difficulties and cry out for help, their prayers seem to tap into a force that moves what once was immovable. Furthermore, the chosen ones do not pray only for themselves. They feel a strong calling to intercede for others. How many times have you felt the urge to pray for someone for no apparent reason, only to later discover that this person was facing a great battle? Or notice that, after your prayers, changes occurred in that person's life? This does not happen by chance. The chosen ones play a crucial role in the balance of the invisible forces that govern the world. They were not called solely to live their own journeys, but also to help others find the right path. Now that all 7 signs have been revealed, it's time to reflect. Did you identify with any of them? Does any of these invisible marks resonate with your life experience? If so, there is a great chance that you are one of the chosen ones. But being chosen does not mean having a life without difficulties. On the contrary, it often means carrying a burden that others do not understand. The chosen ones face more rejection, more challenges, and more trials than most. But all of this happens because they have a greater purpose. From an early age, the chosen ones realize that their journey is not like that of others. They feel that they do not belong anywhere, that they see the world in a different way. This can bring loneliness, doubts, and even the feeling of being lost. But over time, they begin to understand that this difference is, in fact, their greatest strength. The difficulties they face are not punishments, but tests. Every obstacle, every moment of rejection, every gratuitous attack is a way of preparing them for what is to come. The world needs the chosen ones. They are the ones who bring change, who challenge systems, who see beyond what is right in front of their eyes. The chosen ones often feel an inner calling. Something inside them tells them that they are destined for something greater, even if they do not yet know exactly what. This calling can manifest in various ways: an insatiable desire to seek knowledge, a constant restlessness, an impulse to change the things around them. If you have ever felt that you were born for something different, that your journey does not fit traditional molds, pay attention. This feeling is not by chance. The chosen ones were not made to follow the flow. They were made to challenge, transform, and guide. And this brings us to another important point. The chosen ones are never truly alone. Although they often feel isolated, they end up attracting other people who share the same energy. Over time, they find those who vibrate at the same frequency, forming deep and meaningful bonds. But until that moment arrives, the chosen ones may go through periods of great loneliness. This is part of the process. Isolation is not a punishment, but a period of growth. It is when they are alone that they discover their true essence, strengthen their faith, and prepare for what is to come. Another essential aspect of the chosen ones is their ability to recover. Even in the face of falls, they always find the strength to rise again. How many times have you felt that you were at the bottom of the pit, only to somehow rise stronger than before? This happens because the chosen ones possess an uncommon resilience. They learn from their mistakes, grow from their challenges, and find meaning even in the most difficult situations. They know that every pain, every obstacle, every rejection has a purpose. Nothing is in vain. The chosen ones also have a keen sense of justice. They cannot ignore what is wrong around them. They feel the need to fight for what is right, even when it puts them in difficult situations. Often, this causes them to come into conflict with those who prefer to maintain the status quo. But the chosen ones were not made to passively accept the world as it is. They were made to transform it. If you have ever felt that your life is marked by challenges, that your intuition has always guided you, that you attract and repel people in inexplicable ways, then perhaps you are one of the chosen ones. But being one of the chosen ones is not about being better than others. It is not a title of superiority. It is a responsibility. The chosen ones carry the mission to enlighten, to guide, to be a positive force in the world. This means they cannot let obstacles shake them. It means they need to keep going, even when everything seems difficult. It means they must trust the path that has been laid out for them, even if they still cannot see the final destination. Now, look inside yourself. How many of these signs do you possess? Have you ever felt that your presence affects people in inexplicable ways? Have you noticed that your intuition is stronger than most? Have you seen your prayers change situations around you? If so, then you already know the answer. You might be one of the chosen ones. If this video resonated with you, share in the comments and write, "I am one of the chosen ones." We want to know how many of you identify with this message, and remember, your journey is just beginning. The best is yet to come. If you have made it this far, it means that this message touched something within you. Nothing happens by chance. Now that you know the 7 signs of the chosen ones, use this knowledge to better understand your own journey. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this and activate notifications so you don't miss any videos. And remember, if you identified with these signs, trust the path you are walking. Your mission is greater than you imagine. See you in the next video.